Do you think the public is aware of just how important data quality is to make sure a LLM or AI does its job? Well, that's kind of what we're exploring today in the Data Radio Show. Hello there, and welcome to this week's episode of the Data Radio Show. I'm your host, Paul, and this week, Sam's going to be sitting down and having a chat to data scientist Sheng Lan about, well, data quality and jobs. The number of jobs that have shown up in the data industry over the last few years is, well, to be honest, it is staggering. So, they're going to do a little bit of an exploration of that in today's interview. But before we get there, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you're getting updates of all our content when it's coming through. And you can also go and check out things like our Data Pro newsletter, which comes out each week, which takes a deep dive into some of the issues surrounding data engineering, data analytics, data everything. Or if you want to get a little bit more interactive, go and check out our school classroom. They're all linked in the description down below. It'll be fantastic for you to connect with some of the other people working within the industry. We've even got online courses that you can do for free through that school classroom. All right, let's jump over to that interview now with Sam and Sheng, see what we can get into when we do a bit of a deep dive into these topics.
Hello, listeners and viewers. Today I'm joined by Sheng Lan. He's from Tech Data, friend of the radio show, someone who you, if you have been watching previous episodes, be familiar with. Sheng is a data scientist from Tech Data. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about the changes in terms of data engineering careers and a little bit around the importance of data quality in 2025, especially in relation to AI engineering and the evolution that's going on at the moment. So to kick this conversation off, recently I was writing a newsletter about the top technology trends for 2025. And in one of the charts there from the Data Pro News, that I was looking at, I noticed that there has been a 50% increase between 2023 and 2024 in the demand for data and data engineers and data analysts and business intelligence practitioners. What was more striking was the fact that there was a 285% increase in the demand for AI engineers. That's a kind of staggering uplift in demand. And it got me thinking about how all of our careers are changing and some of the trends that have occurred in the data space, especially. So Sheng and I were talking a little bit about his career and how he started out in this field. So around that, going back to 2016 when you were looking for a new career path, talk to us a little bit about how you got into data science and why you did a degree in data science.
Yeah, thanks for sharing the data on the job. I think I quite resonate on the increase. I think there's increase on the data AI area since I'm starting looking at the nature. Maybe just there's more data to deal with and more data to get insight. And I start this a data science career. I think when I start to learn my master degree, I think that is the time I first heard the data science as a job or as a career. That time we mainly focus on some either business analyst or data analyst. So that is looking for someone who have the statistic background, or the machine learning is a very we'll say very high skilled candidate, or very rare to find in the market. And the school I study is Carnegie Mellon University, which I think is very famous for computer science and also for the data science, where I meet many people who are looking for the same career, like in data science, data analyst. So over the years, I think the one trend I I saw or noticed is data engineer and data science is one of the two popular job in the market, and it's more like you have to have a good data to analyze to get insight. So you need data engineer to make sure the data is accessible, is easy to consume, and you need a good data analyst or scientist to make sense of the data or get benefit from the data. Then I also looking for this in job in area in different countries, China, US, and Australia. One interesting find is depend on how easy you can get an engineer or data science job, which means like in other words, is the demand for data science and data engineer is a little bit different in each countries. I think the reason behind that could be the data quality or the data readiness for data science. If the data is more have a good quality, is more ready for analyst, the data science job is easier to get compared to the engineer. But if the engineer is more popular and there's more job in the market for engineer, that means the data quality is still improving to be more ready for data science. I think that the data quality at the backbone is a key factor for analyze for people to use the data.
Yeah, I suppose coming back to the different countries, I expect that the size of the economy has something to do with the types of roles that there are in the data field more generally. My understanding is that, smaller economies, there is a greater expectation that the data engineers are kind of a jack of all trades. They need to do a little bit of analyst type of work. They need to do a little bit of data modeling, data pipeline build. So the smaller the economy, the broader, and I suppose not only the economy, but also the size of organization that you're going into. And I guess AI engineering is another one of these things that there is an expectation that somebody with a background in data is going to be a source for information, direction, know-how, if you like, around AI engineering. So kind of talk a little bit about the evolution of the role that you've seen in the last 8 or so years.
Yeah, I think very beginning, if we talk about specific project for data science or data analytics, at the very beginning, we will spend more time to understanding the data, like the data source could be wrong. For example, the IoT data, the sensor could be broken. The sensor doesn't provide reliable data. So we spend a lot of time to understanding from the business side and from the data like statistic to remove some outlier data to make sure the data is ready for analytics. That is, I heard the like 75% time you just clean the data, understanding the data, and then do another clean after you have more understanding. The real time for modeling or build some algorithm to do predictive or classification, that is like the rest 25%. So that means the data quality is not there yet. And then the time for pre-processing or to get good quality data, I do observe the percentage reduced, and we will have more time spent on the like data science analytics to really dig into the data, see what is the insight, what pattern we have that. So that like the 75%, maybe the 8 years ago, that I can see like is reduced to under 50%. For us to pre-processing, understanding the data, like 4 years ago. Then recently, in my current work with AI applications or some analytics using AI, at that time is dramatically reduced. Since for now, the AI is like more intelligent to know something wrong with the data and also make some correction when to show the result to the audience. And some model is just reduce less data than before. For example, the chatbot training, before we may asking for 50 example for each topic, now to reduce like to 10 example for each topic. You just need to prepare 10 instead of a good 50. That is reduce the time to data processing. Another example for time series data forecasting with this new AI or new way for the algorithm, we can ask him for shorter historical data to predict future. Before, maybe you ask for 3 years to predict next 3 months. But now you only need like last 6 months. I just make up the number, but the idea is you need less data to do the forecasting analyze. So that is dramatically reduce the time we spend on data, and also the data quality itself is improved over the years.
So one of the essential dimensions of what data engineers and frankly data scientists are doing now is actually starting to utilize these AI tools to be able to actually augment what they've been doing on a day-to-day basis. So another way of putting this is that if you're not exploring the world of AI from a data engineering standpoint, you're missing a trick in terms of improving the flow of work or improving your day-to-day workflows. What would you like to speculate as to how much time, like you were talking about 75% of your time was concentrating on data quality and 25% on the analytics previously. How are you seeing those time allocations changing in relation to the use of AI tools to improve those day-to-day workflows?
I think from the experience I had on the data quality analytics, now is that two things is help on this way. One is that the tool we use to clean the data or manage the data is getting better. For example, we can use some not even generative AI, just general AI to find the duplicate data, in format data or some data error much faster than before. Now with generative AI, more intelligent, we can handle more complex data. Somehow like address data will be complex for if especially for international company, the different country, different area have different way for the address data. The generative AI can easily to help you identify the format or the issue of the data. And then the second part to make this area easier is the data, since we constantly working to make the better quality of data. Like we all know, the garbage in, garbage out. So the overall the data quality is getting better. And now when we do the project for data analytics, overall time is reduced. One is because we can processing the data faster, and there's less effort needed for clean the data, make it ready for the AI. The second part is the AI itself is getting better. Automated AI, generative AI makes things easier to get insight. So now before it's like 3 months, 6 months project. Maybe now can be weeks, like 8 weeks. You can have some good insight, or even 4 weeks. You can have a good proof concept or pilot delivery for data analytics.
So I suppose just to kind of summarize there, you have your business as usual data quality, and then you also have a different issue in relation to the quality of data that is actually being utilized by language models, be they small or large. So that day-to-day or business as usual data management process, we're seeing the rise of a number of different types of tools that can improve your data quality so that you're actually getting more efficient and achieving greater accuracy around those predictive algorithms that you have been applying previously, as well as in the analysis of data. But then we also have another use case here that we're seeing emerge, particularly in 2025, where there's a heavy focus on data quality as it relates to the use of language models in machine learning models to leverage that. Is there anything you kind of add to that?
Yeah, that is, I think, interesting from my side as well. I heard a lot of the attention or use case on the how you use generative AI to improve data quality. So I think the marketing or the ecosystem be more aware of this issue. The conversation we had with business partner or customers is start with AI or generative AI. Then people to get deeper, digging more details, they realize the data is not ready. There is a lot of wrong data to produce benefit or insight from the AI. Then the conversation topic changed to how we can improve the data, how we can get the data, good data at the very beginning stage. So some solution we have seen in the market is instead of to do the post effort, like after you have data, you use AI to clean that way, then people do more proactively. So when the data when you generate the data, it can be human input or some machine generate data, you check on that spot. So now we'll say like from my saying is maybe human input data will need more, or manual input will need more check. So now use generative AI, we can first of all to make sure the content is appropriate. People may provide enough detail for some like description or case study. Second part is for some data like you get from the multiple option. The people just doesn't have the knowledge to make the right choice. Could be this new employee doesn't have experience. They just randomly pick the first one or some options. So the AI now can, based on your input, maybe you give a short description, that is what you know, then use that, give you some recommendation. Say for this description, we recommend you go to this data input. So that use generative AI at the beginning to help you control data quality. Then after that, for analytics, for process, for operation, all the downstream benefit. Another point is why this area becoming more popular now is I think before we can check on some structured data. that we can use statistic, make sure, okay, the data you input for the structured data or number data is outlier based on historical data. But a lot of the unstructured data, free text, is difficult to manage, difficult for AI to give guidance, since the is free text. The AI, before generative AI, the AI is not that intelligent. If you want to capture many different way, many different case, how people provide the input, but generative AI is like human-like capability. After you give the context information, it can be a data entry, internal data entry checker, to give you different guidance based on input. So that make this more, is like a very feasible and also very good use for AI to make sure the data is good quality, is informative at the very beginning.
Yeah. So let's talk about some use cases or scenarios that, and some of the tools. I believe you've got some approaches to share with.
Yeah, I do have 3. I will share my screen for a live demo, and we have 2 in a recorded video as well. What we're seeing now is IBM support portal. So here you can open a case for asking for help. So here is just a preview some information. The part I want to show is this description area. So here, in order for the caseworker get enough information to help you, so they add some AI guidance on this area. You can see the right side is a tips for decision, and this right mean you need to fill in this text, and it will change over time. Let's say we just tap something here. It gave you some example. We see errors, error code, and you can see the advice or guidance will change, and will also show you, okay, you gave some details, but we need more. Then we tried restarting and need help. So now it can turn green. So that means this description have enough details to proceed. So this is just one idea how AI is applied here to help us to get better description. This is one example. We have another tool is in the recorded video. Let's share that as well. I will quickly show you the other ones. So and this become more popular now to add some AI in your existing product or in some product you had before to help either navigate people to the right place or help them find good information, or to provide some guidance when they use the platform. The one we are going to show in the video will be the last case, like you use AI to provide more guidance and help you to better use these tools. This tool here is the tool itself is for risk management or GRC management, which called Open Pages. Is an IBM tool. The AI behind this is WatsonX .ai to use large language model, help you on this user experience and data quality improvement. So this one is a similar idea, but this case is more complex. So for this description for new control, or you can consider that is action details, how we can control some risk. And the description here, the good way, best practice, you provide like YW model, like who, what, when, why, and where. So that is like a good guidance for you to do that. So people just type in the description, then we can use AI to check if you provided these 5 Ws. So you can consider there's no like a rule-based AI model to easily implement this. But now with generative AI, it can be easily done. Use prompt, and the AI will just check that for you before you go proceed. So let's say that in the recorded video, see how it works in live. So this is the first one, and then they change that since the guidance say we don't know where, we don't know how. Now it will check one more time. So we can the 5W here is all show up. So that means this is a good one. This is the first demo. We have another one will be to help you better use this system. That one is another key capability for generative AI, which is summarization. So let's see this one. Here is when people provide some description for the issue, they maybe copy too much information in this field. So make people difficult to know what happened, what is the issue very easily. So what we have here is to give you an option to give a summarization, use AI. So people can read the summarization at first to know what happened. Then the description may provide more detail if people want to get more in details. So let's play this as well, see how that works in live. So this is a long description, and we can just click that to get some summarization, use AI. And you can see the summarization is a short version, and that just put under there for better use experience. So that is the two case we have seen in how we use AI improve data quality at the data entry stage.
Okay, so if you're a data engineer, data scientist, data analyst, in 2025, what are the most likely things that are going to be top of mind for you in your role? If you can.
For now, I think I'm right time for this question. I was thinking on this for next year. The conversation I had with many partners is this AI is difficult to scale up to move AI POC to production, or some people just at the very beginning they explore the ideas, they explore how AI can help them. The reason it moved slowly than people expected, or the reason it's stuck in the pilot or proof of concept stage, or hesitate to moving to production, I think one is the more concern raised when people consider production, either the security or access. Does the data or AI have more access it should be, or the data will be overshared with the wrong persona or with third party, or the data quality is just not there yet. The people just not get the right information or accurate enough information from the AI. So all this one is make that AI more challenge to see the benefit. If you only in the proof concept, or you have all this concern or challenge, it's difficult for people to really get the full potential of AI. So for now, one story I heard or I'm thinking now is you start with the governance. So you start from the very beginning. Before you do some AI application development, you start from use case. Think about very easy use case. Let's say the support form or this specific data form you want to use AI to improve. Then you do precaution or risk assessment to identify all the risk it could be happened and all the stakeholders to approve or they can reject. You can improve your use case, make sure you don't share the wrong data or give the wrong access at the very beginning. After you have this framework, you have this agreement from a user, stakeholders, developer, then you start develop. So that is, I'm thinking how we can have a end-to-end solution or framework or best practice. You start with AI governance to get all the mindset, everyone on the same page. That will remove some barrier and block in the future to further develop, to move the data faster and get more potential of AI. That is what I have in mind.
And I suppose that a even more close to home perspective is the use of AI tools to improve your data quality and AI tools to improve your workflows, your data engineering workflows. So there are a whole range of different use cases that don't necessarily lie in the broader enterprise to begin with. It's actually introducing these into your own workflows and into your own practices. And you have to apply good governance approaches to that. Because coming back to that statement around garbage in, garbage out, if you're going to use a tool that at its basic premise is that it's trying to predict the next word, you need to make sure that you have really robust guide rails around its use, even within the context of improving your data quality.
Yeah, I think that is like the incremental steps we need to take. We cannot resolve everything at once. So you just need to make sure the data quality in place first, then you can get the full potential of AI.
Yep. All right. This is probably a perfect place to draw a line under everything. So given that this podcast will be going out in the new year, Happy New Year to everyone listening. And thanks so much for your contributions once again, Sheng.
Yep. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Hey, I want to thank Sam and Sheng again for this week's interview. I always learn so much when Sheng's coming on. I think the term data scientist is such a cool title to have, and I have to admit I've reached out to Sheng a couple of times to give me a bit of a hand on some of the projects that I've been working on. He is just so knowledgeable on these topics. It's absolutely brilliant. Now don't forget, if you haven't done so already, to hit that subscribe button or share the video or podcast. And if you want to connect in other ways, again, go and check out the Data Pro newsletter. Super easy to find. It's in the description and it's completely free and it comes straight to your inbox. Or go and check out our school classroom, which is also linked in the description down below, where you can connect with other industry professionals from around the world. All right, until next time, look after yourself, live long, prosper, be one with the force, and all the rest of that. I will catch you later.